Hello and welcome to the tutorial for building a web page to add to the existing Hummingbirds music website. So we'll go through the steps today involved in building a very basic page, and in later tutorials, once you have completed this course, you can do more advanced things with your page. But we'll keep it nice and simple today. So you will have received an email that will include a link to this page, the URL, and you'll have login details. So this is where you can enter in those details. We all share the same account name, which is www.hummingbirdsmusic.com.au, and each franchisee has their own password. So enter that in, and you'll be logged into what we call the back end, the admin page of the back end. There are a lot of things you can do from this page, but we'll keep it simple today and we'll just go straight to the tab we need, which is, looking at the top, Edit Site. Once you click on Edit Site, you then have a new lot of tabs. Up the top here, the red tabs, you can choose Add Page. We recommend that you opt for the standard blank page, the first option here. This is simply a way to lay out your content, and the example we use in this tutorial will use this layout here. So it's a good idea to start with that and play around with other suggested layouts down the track. So just click on the first one on the left hand side. You need to give your page a name, and it's important that that name is the location of your class. So for this example, we're going to use Kingston because that's where the classes are held for this franchise in the ACT. If you had a location in New South Wales, obviously, for example, DAPTO, you'd have DAPTO and then NSW in capitals. Now, all of the class locations, their pages are listed under classes, which is a main heading. So we need you to choose a subpage of classes for the page location to make sure it goes in the right spot. And we'd like you to set your page to under construction while you're in the building stage. And that gives us the opportunity to approve it before it's actually published. And we'll click Create Page and go to Page List. Now this will show you your page, the page that we've just added, in context. So you can actually see under the main menu, you've got these major headings: Home, Classes, Benefits, About Us, Photos, Contact, and you'll be familiar with those no doubt from seeing the tabs on the Hummingbirds Music website. Under Classes, that's where we have the subheadings, and you'll notice that these class pages are being developed at the moment by other franchisees: Nunda in Queensland, DAPTO in New South Wales, and here's the one we just added, Kingston ACT. We go across to Edit, and this is where we can start putting in some content. At the moment, it's literally a blank page with 4 sections. Sections are just areas where we're going to put in components. It doesn't always have to be text. That's why we call it a component rather than, say, a text box, because the component could be an image, it could be text, it could be a combination of text and an image, or it could be something far more advanced, but we'll get into that in later tutorials. So the first section is going to have a paragraph of information about your classes. So we need to, I've just clicked on Add, and you can see a very quick link here to text, and that's what our first component will be, simply text. So we choose that, and this brings up an editing window that will look very familiar, no doubt. Just like Word, you've got most of the same features, buttons, toolbars and so on, and you can create your paragraph. Now, Hummingbirds Music Classes Kingston ACT is our heading, and this is where you can write a little paragraph. So Hummingbirds Music Kingston offers music programs, we could say 10-week music programs for children between the ages of 3 and 5. And you may go on, sorry about the typo, you may go on to describe those in more detail. I'm just going to put some nonsense text in so that you get the idea of the length of the text, the paragraph. And I ask you to finish it with a sentence that will talk about the benefits of music education. For example, to read more about how an early, or in fact, just read more about how an early introduction to music can benefit your child. That's a nice simple way of saying it. And we're going to make read more a hyperlink through to our benefits page. So it saves you typing all of the information. You can take advantage of what's already on the website. And you can do that with any page. If you want to have a link through to class expectations or fees and things like that, you can do it. So let's show you this example. Highlight the text that will become the hyperlink, read more, click on this insert edit link button. Now we're going to lead users to another page on this website rather than external website. So we need to link it to page on my site, and then you can select page from the list of website pages, and we'll link it to benefits. Just leave it as same window. We don't want to have it open up in a new window when people click on this link. So it's good practice to leave it on same window. And then we have a link. Now this heading here, we need headings in your content to be to use the heading 2 style. And there we go. We've just highlighted it and changed it, the style, to heading 2. Alright, we can apply the changes down the bottom, and you will see now section 1 is complete. And you can edit it at any time simply by clicking the edit button at the top of the component, and it will take you back to that editing window. You can also delete it if you want to start again, or take that section out altogether. You can move the section to another spot using the arrow. So just fiddle around with these buttons up here to get a feel for it. Section 2 is actually going to have an image. So when we click add, this time we're selecting image as the component rather than text, and that will take us straight through to some options to do with the image. And we're going to use an image that's already in the My Images library, and we encourage you to use this image initially until you have your own collection of photos from classes. Click on My Images. You can use any of the images listed in this main menu down here, but we suggest you start with image 0943 red_EZR. And there it is. So it's just a nice action shot of a group class. And we'll click apply changes. As you can see, you can resize and do all sorts of things there, but we will just leave it as is because I know that one is ready to go in. Okay, now you can see that section 2 is complete. It has the image in it. Section 3, we're going to add class details. So it's just text. We'll choose text as the component. And we're going to keep it very simple. We're just going to add, because you'll have one class initially, so it's nice and straightforward. We'll have dates, 17th of October to 12th of December, for example. That could be a term, so a 10-week term. Time, 10 to 10:45 a.m. Mondays. Venue, Kingston Hall, and the address of that venue might be Smith Street, Kingston, ACT. And that's all we need there. Apply changes, and you've got your class details added in. Later tutorials can tell you how to add additional classes, but initially you'll just put the details for your first class. Section 4, we're actually going to have some information about teachers. So initially you'll just have one, like most franchisees, but as you grow you may have more. We're actually going to use not just text, but text and a photo. So we're going to click on the text category rather than using a quick link, the text category, which brings up more options. And we'll go for this one down here, which is a combination text and image, with the image in the top right hand side. Now you will need to upload a photo of yourself, so hopefully you've got a lovely photo ready to go. If you haven't, you can take your time to do that. And then you need to upload it to the My Images library. So we're going to upload it to the educators folder. So every educator or teacher puts their photo in that folder, and browse to select the file from wherever it is on your computer. So I know I've got a photo I can use as an example here. Where is it? Here we go. I'll use that one and upload. You can resize it here if you feel it's too big. I think we'll leave it the size that it is, but it's very easy to resize using this button up here. Okay, and the text that will go with this photo, remembering that the photo is going to be on the right hand side, we'll have a heading teachers, and then we'll start talking about the teachers. So a sentence like Kate Gascoigne is the principal of Hummingbirds Music, Kingston. And then you provide a short bio of that teacher. So Kate was introduced to the world of classical music at an early age, and you'll go on to discuss what instruments or what sort of experience or teaching the teacher has had. So you'll have a few more lines of text, and we'll just finish it there. And we'll have another section which will be enrolments. Because it's just straight text, we don't need to create another section, we can just list it underneath. Now enrolments, we're going to keep it fairly simple. We'll have contact us today to enrol your child. Now something we need to do is make these headings in the style of heading 2. And provide the contact details, which will be phone, don't forget an area code, just as a little example there, or email, and you will have your email address that you've been issued, Hummingbirds Music email address. Or we're going to give users the option to send us a message. Now send us a message is going to be a link through to the contact page of the website. This is, for example, when people don't have email software on the PC they're using and they want to keep it all web-based. Let's provide a link through to our contact page. It is a page on the site. Select the contact page, same window, and click OK. And so people can simply click on that. I'm just going to put a little bit more text here because I want to give you the idea of the layout. So I need this just to be a little bit longer and you'll get the gist. Alright. Now I'll click Apply Changes down the very bottom. And we'll see what section 4 looks like. Here we go. Alright, so you can see that last section. Now that photo is a little large, so you would consider resizing that, which is quite simple. In fact, we'll do it now. We'll go into Edit, Resize, and the quickest way is to simply hit the Resize minus button, which will create a new photo that's smaller. I'm going to hit it again. I've now created 2 new photos, or 3, oh, 4 or 5 perhaps. Let's go for the 40% one. That looks better. And we'll apply the changes. So it's very simple. And that concludes the tutorial for creating your basic page. Now all of these sections are complete. We can view the site as it's going to look without all of the editing toolbars. View page, you can do that at any point. And this is what the page will look like. And it's a good idea to test out these links. So send us a message, click on it, and yes, it does go through to the contact page. Excellent. All right, now that's all you need to know to go ahead and work on your page. If you run into any problems, you know to contact me, and once you've completed the page, you can let us know. and it should satisfy all of the requirements for your assessment item. So good luck, and we look forward to seeing your page online. Bye now.